You want to do some good? Well, Habitat for Humanity is looking for some volunteers. Here to talk about that is Kevin Smith, CEO of Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County. Thank you so much for being in here. I was just reading the article about volunteers, and there's certain times a year when people really don't want to be out building homes.
Yeah, you know, the winter time, it's a little harder to convince people to come out. You know, it's colder. I think, you know, after the holidays where the emphasis is on, you know, giving to charities, it's maybe a little out of sight, out of mind. But, you know, we're here to say that we still need people's help. We're still building houses. We build year round. And it's really important that we have their help to finish houses and keep them moving along.
Well, when it's cold out and when you've got maybe snow in the forecast, how do you convince people to do this?
Well, you know, we get people sign up ahead of time. It's when it's forecast for bad weather to convince them to keep showing up. But we do have inside work. That's one thing that we really want to stress, that even in inclement weather, there's inside work to do. It's a great way for people to learn a new task as well. They don't have to have construction experience to come out with us.
What is the need right now in Delaware for Habitat for Humanity?
The Delaware State Housing Authority does survey work in our community to determine the need for people who are living in substandard housing. And they determined that there's over 13,000 families who are at risk to being homeless or one payment away from being out on the street. Those are families that we look to serve.
When you move in, what do you do? How do you help them exactly?
Sure, they come and they apply, and they're actually applying for a mortgage with us, so we're the lender. And once they're qualified for that loan from Habitat, and it's a zero interest loan, then we build the house with them. They put in sweat equity, so they're working alongside the volunteers. They go through financial coaching and construction maintenance and home ownership training, and then we sell them the house at our fair market value, and again, 0% interest.
It's wonderful for the volunteers too, because you get to see the person you're helping. A lot of times when you give money to a charity, you don't know where that goes. You're right there side by side with this person, and you get to celebrate their new home together.
Exactly, and you know, a lot of volunteers tell us that's one of the reasons that they volunteer with Habitat, because they get to see who's benefiting from the efforts that they're putting in. And we think that's important in our community. It's not only are we building walls of a house, but we're knocking down the walls that separate us and getting to know each other while we work together.
Do you have to have special skills to volunteer?
80% of the people on a Habitat job site have never swung a hammer before in their lives.
Here's a great part about that, and this is what maybe I'm going to volunteer now, because not only is it the goodwill, not only do you come away with a good feeling for helping somebody, but you're learning a skill.
Exactly, and I'll just say that, you know, personally, all the time that, you know, I've been working for Habitat, I've learned enough to be dangerous on my own house, you know, to take those kind of skills and put them to use at home. So it is a great way for people to learn, kind of practice, if you will, something new they want to do on their own house.
Yeah, you fix up one house, you can go fix up your own house. How do people volunteer?
So they can call our office at 302-652-0365. or go to our website, habitatncc.org.
You depend on companies to do this internally as well.
Correct. We have a great deal of support from the corporations in our community. They generally take the weekdays that we have. We build Tuesday to Saturday. And then we also get support from the community on Saturdays and sometimes during the weekdays. So this community, I want to stress, has been very generous to us. And this is just a particular time of year where we need more help.
Now, when I volunteer, am I going to have to travel a long way, or are these homes in my community?
Yeah, these homes are in Wilmington. We're also building in Middletown. So there's some different parts of Newcastle County where they can be involved.
Do I get a choice?
You do. You do. So we kind of alternate the different days where we're in Middletown, we're in Wilmington. Particularly in Middletown, sometimes it's a little harder sell, you know, for people who live in the northern part of our community to travel down there. But again, overall, we're trying to change these neighborhoods, and this investment of home ownership is really making a difference.
And you have a desperate need right now for volunteers?
We do. We do.
So give them the phone number and the website one more time.
Yeah, the phone number is 302-652-0365, and the website's habitatncc.org.
All right, sir, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Kevin Smith, CEO of Habitat for Humanity of Newcastle County. That's the Delaware Way for this week. Go to KJWP2 KJWP.com to replay segments from this show or from previous shows, and leave your comments about what you've seen on the air today on our Facebook page, or you can reach me on Twitter at The Delaware Way or at Larry Menti. We may read your thoughts on a future show. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.